Lancaster County, one of the most beautiful locations to live in Pennsylvania, steeped in the tradition of caring for one another and giving back to the community. This is where sister hospitals, each with their own rich histories, serve Lancaster County. Lancaster Regional Medical Center and the heart of Lancaster Regional Medical Center have followed the traditions of Lancastrians and provide careers to more than 1,000 people. And just like the original settlers in this area, these two hospitals give back to the community in many ways. In 1883, the Sisters of St. Francis of Philadelphia established the first hospital in Lancaster County.
Well, St. Joe was a Catholic hospital that was run by the Sisters of St. Francis, and it's always had a holistic approach to care. Spiritual care has been a big part of what we give patients at this hospital. Our Catholic chapel still has regular services during the week and on Sundays.
St. Joseph changed its name to Lancaster Regional Medical Center. In addition to excellent care, the hospital still follows a few of the traditions started by the Sisters of St. Francis. Spiritual care has always been an important part of the hospital, and that continues today. A daily morning prayer over the public address system begins the day. The main and meditation chapels are open to the public. Daily Mass is held every day at noon and televised to patients in their rooms. The original 121 patients have grown to more than 90,000 patients annually. In 1921, Lancaster County women were at the forefront of establishing an osteopathic hospital in the area. The osteopathic hospital eventually became the Lancaster Community Hospital. In 2004, Heart of Lancaster Regional Medical Center was constructed north of Lancaster in Lidditz. This hospital serves Lancaster County with services and procedures that more than 60,000 patients utilize annually.
Despite the fact that it's a small hospital, we have cutting-edge equipment, and we are able to take care of patients in a very efficient and cost-effective and safe manner.
Together, Heart of Lancaster and Lancaster Regional provide quality, compassionate health care close to home. The full-service hospitals offer a wide variety of services. Emergency services are one of the first things people think of when going to a hospital, and both facilities have exceptional emergency room patient care.
I have worked at larger hospitals, including some of the larger hospitals in this area. They often become fairly impersonal, and you don't have the opportunity to really get to know your patients, at least as much as is available in an emergency department. That's something that we pride ourselves on at Lancaster Regional and Heart of Lancaster, and something that we believe sets us apart from some of the other larger hospitals.
Both hospitals collaborate to offer the Regional Center for Cancer Care, providing comprehensive big city cancer care and expertise close to home. The center is also an affiliate of the Penn State Hershey Cancer Institute. Patients benefit from access to the latest medical advances in cancer prevention, treatment, clinical studies, and medical and surgical specialists.
You can have a plan when you leave the doctor's office. You don't have to wait and go down to another facility and get their opinion, and then come back and then have another appointment somewhere else to get that opinion. And before you know it, doing it that way, you then have 12 to sometimes 18 weeks that go by before any therapy or recommendations are instituted. Here we try to keep it local, we try to keep it focused and patient-based.
It's this type of dedication, care, and desire to provide the best medical treatments available in Lancaster County that drives both Heart of Lancaster and Lancaster Regional Medical Centers. Keeping on the technological edge is important in today's surgical procedures. The Da Vinci and Makoplasty surgical systems are just two examples. Using minimally invasive robotic techniques, doctors can treat a multitude of medical problems with less scarring, faster recoveries, and shorter hospital stays.
The way it's changed what we're able to do for women is to take what is a procedure, usually a hysterectomy, that can be a tremendous stress for themselves and the family and the community and turn it into something that's a whole lot less stressful. We can take surgeries that would have kept someone out of work for upwards of 6 weeks and get them back to work in 2 to 3 weeks. That's a huge, huge improvement for women and the community in Lancaster.
Yeah, like most cutting-edge technology, this type of robotic surgery was certainly introduced in the larger markets, the bigger cities, and some of the more progressive areas in the country. Fortunately, by getting this technology here in Lancaster, I think patients that live in this community now don't have to drive into your major urban centers to get the best and latest technology, particularly for knee and hip surgery.
In addition to the quality, compassionate care Heart of Lancaster and Lancaster Regional are known for, both hospitals are dedicated to giving back to their community. Over 1,000 people are employed by the hospitals. Millions of dollars in employee wages and benefits, and even more millions for uncompensated care and taxes are spent every year. Over the past 5 years, Heart of Lancaster and Lancaster Regional spent $30 million in service improvements to continue providing better health care in this economy. And recently, the Labor and Delivery Unit at Heart of Lancaster, the Women's Place, expanded its neonatal intensive care unit to be able to take care of babies born at 32 weeks and below. Previous patients from the NICU were invited for an open house to see the improvements and celebrate the successes of their children that were patients in that facility.
Here at Heart of Lancaster, we have 24-hour per day coverage with neonatologists. So we are in-house and we are taking care of these babies on a 24-hour per day basis. A lot of families don't expect to have a preterm baby, that they don't expect to be separated from their babies. And so by having a facility here in this community, we can keep parents and children together.
It's local, and you feel like I run into nurses at the grocery store and at the gas station, and they are so excited to hear how Morgan is doing. Like, they're vested in each little life, and just having that local, smaller, that they really care, and it's not just a big production and a big business where it's get you in, get you out.
Recognizing the ever-changing needs of the community, a new imaging center was opened in downtown Columbia, offering patients several convenient imaging locations throughout the county for a wide variety of diagnostic needs, from digital mammography to open MRI, EKG, and X-ray. And this makes it easier for family doctors to get quick results for their patients without having to travel far for testing. It's this type of forward thinking that make Heart of Lancaster and Lancaster Regional leaders in healthcare in Lancaster County. In addition to job creation, reinvestment in technologies and facilities, both hospitals are dedicated to local charities and community outreach. Organizations like the March of Dimes, the American Heart Association, the United Way, and the American Cancer Society, just to name a few, receive a great deal of support from both hospitals through fundraising and sponsorships. In fact, both hospitals help raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for these organizations, plus local schools, universities, nonprofit organizations, and churches in just the past few years alone. Heart of Lancaster and Lancaster Regional Medical Centers provide quality health care to this community with comprehensive services and an experienced team of physicians and caregivers. Both facilities are a major part of the Lancaster County community, providing jobs, careers, financial investments, and better living conditions for the people in Lancaster and the surrounding communities. Heart of Lancaster and Lancaster Regional Medical Centers, making a difference in our communities every day.